Welcome to the After Hours Experience. I am TC Restani, your host, and we have a full house, no pun intended, here on the show. I'm going to introduce the panel of esteemed experts, and I'm going to start off with our guest tonight, the one and the only, our Hall of Famer on the show, Signature Boy Donnie. What's going on, Donnie?
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Unbelievable. All right. Of course, the greatest celebrity stalker of all time, the one and the only Salt Boston Jeff.
Hey, TC, great to be here tonight.
Unbelievable. The living legend himself, Colonel Bull Montana. What's going on, Colonel?
Hey, TC, while I'm here, I'd like to say hello to everybody in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Auntie Peg, Chris, and the crew.
Are you trying to yell loud enough so they can hear you down there?
No, I'm not sure.
All right. The barbecue eat-off champion himself, Vinny Capelli, VC, is here.
That's right, VC. Why are we talking about people from West Virginia? I mean, really, come on. Well, really.
What?
You should be more worried about what's coming up in a couple of months.
All right, we'll get into that in a little while. Of course, Hollywood Joel is here.
How you doing, Mikey Man? Sorry, I'm checking the Twitter feed right now. We got a bunch of M's coming in from West Virginia.
Really? They can spell down there?
Yeah, they know both.
Well, that explains a lot. Strangler Steve is here.
Hey, it's great to be back. Thanks for having me on, TC.
And of course, returning to the program after a long absence, the first lady of After Hours, the executive producer, one half of Sabs and Fabs production, Sabrina.
Hey guys.
What's
Wow.
going on?
There's a lot of gentlemen here this evening.
You must be talking about the people out in the lobby because there's none at this table, I'll tell you that much. Other than the Colonel, of course, over there. All right, it's been about a month since our last program there, and we are taping this program on May 2nd. Do you know what happened 40 years ago today, Colonel Bull Montana?
No, I do not.
You don't? Any guesses in the world? What monumental thing in motion picture history happened 40 years ago today?
I believe it was Star Wars.
Wrong.
Can I give him a hint?
You can give me a hint.
You're about as large as the creature. You eat as much as the creature.
I don't know.
Pizza the Hut?
No, not Pizza in the Hut. Sabs, you weren't around in 1974. You have any idea what happened 40 years ago today?
I'm going to guess Godzilla.
You'd be wrong, but better guess than Colonel down there. Jeff, you know what happened.
I think that they started the filming of Jaws
That's
today.
exactly right. They don't call him a celebrity stalker for nothing. Right. 40 years ago today, the cameras rolled in Martha's Vineyard on probably the greatest horror movie of all time, other than Bull's Home Movies.
What was his name?
The Shark or Bull's Home
The
Movies?
Shark.
Bruce.
Bruce.
And it was named after Spielberg's lawyer.
Yep.
I have a question. Did you ever meet Roy Schneider?
No.
That's Roy Scheider.
Schneider, whatever.
Schneider was on the Dukes of Hazzard.
All right, I was just wondering because I was wondering if you wore your hat when you met him because he is dead.
Was he in 2000?
10. He was in 2010. Not the year, but the movie.
No, I met Richard Dreyfuss, but not Roy Scheider.
You obviously were wearing your hat because he's still alive.
It was before the curse was
Are
born.
you saying that Jeff's killing people with
No,
his hat?
you weren't around.
I'm saying
Jeff,
that.
we had proof that when Jeff didn't wear his hat when he met these celebrities, they were dead.
Give me. I need names. Jeff.
Let's see. Ernest Borgnine.
Dead.
Leslie Nielsen.
Dead.
Gone.
John Ritter.
Dead.
Gone.
Good guy.
That's all I can think of
You're
now.
3 for 3 right there.
Where's company?
That's
That show was always dead. But Strangler Steve, the last time we were here, we were talking about WrestleMania, and you were on the road to WrestleMania. And Colonel, you never made it down to WrestleMania, from what I heard. But we had, speaking of people who have passed away, one of the biggest icons ever in the world of professional wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior, passed away just a few days after WrestleMania. What was that experience like, seeing him in his last moments?
It was, to tell you the truth, it was shocking. It was great to see him back in the WWE family. He had been out of the organization for 18 years. And it was really a homecoming of sorts to see him come back up on stage and accept his Hall of Fame ring. And I thought it was a real classy move by the WWE family by giving him his spot in the limelight. And who would have thought just a few days later he had a promo on Monday Night Raw, and
It was kind of
it was a little almost foreseeing, a little fortune telling, I guess, talking about when someone takes their last breath. And lo and behold, later, like the next day, he dropped of a heart attack in the parking lot.
Ultimate
Were
Warrior.
they bringing him back?
No.
Did they know he wasn't?
Now, here's the
going
other
to
thing
roll?
that I find about that. We know the business as much like TC does.
And a Colonel.
And the Colonel. You know, the other thing, too, for that is he had a lot of heat. And we know what that means with a lot of the boys that were there. And it's from what I read after, that a lot of the boys, they squashed their heat. So
Yeah,
it,
they
was,
did.
It really almost was, like you said, cryptic. Like it was meant to happen.
You know, they have that saying that time heals all wounds, and I think that was really the case in the Warriors' sense, because when you go back and you watch his entire library of his what he gave to the business, you could see that he was out there to put it out for the fans, And he really was a wrestler that put wrestling first and politics second.
I'm still mad at him because he beat the Honky Tonk Man at 33 seconds for the Intercontinental
I
Championship.
thought that was one of the greatest
at
moments of my
SummerSlam.
young wrestling watching.
Well, as a kid watching that, I was so mad. I just destroyed everything that had Ultimate Warrior on it.
You tell me you liked the Honky Tonk Man?
Greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
I agree with that.
Have you noticed the sideburns, Steve?
Yes, you have matching sideburns. That is true.
But years later, when I was actually having a conversation with the Honky Tonk Man, I knew the inner workings of the industry.
Right.
He planned to do that because the Ultimate Warrior was kind of unstable in the ring.
Right.
He 33 seconds and he got $20,000 as his payoff. So not a
Amazing.
bad day at the office.
Per minute. That's
Colonel, your memories of the Ultimate Warrior. I know you met him backstage at the Boston Garden many times when you worked there.
No, I met the Ultimate Warrior down in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay, that's not the Boston Garden, but it counts. It's in New England.
I'll tell you something. The gentleman was a very nice gentleman to hang around with.
Can you sing the song for us? Come on. Ding, 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 ding.
All I know, Mrs. Warrior from Boston, we miss your husband. And speaking of that, I just want to find out how Mr. Brain's doing.
Bobby the Brain Heenan?
yes.
Yeah, he broke his shoulder falling out of bed because he's frail now from suffering from cancer and all that other stuff, but he's the brain and he'll pull through. But Vinny Capelli is looking at me because he knows tomorrow, actually 2 days from now, is May the 4th be with you. And since our last program, Vinny Capelli and I, we may not see eye to eye on a lot of things, but we are humongous, and I mean humongous Star Wars fans.
This is true.
And they announced to the world the cast of Episode 7. Now, what's your take on this? I was very pleased with this.
I was actually ecstatic. Obviously, we all knew that we're going to see the original three.
That's right.
When I say the original three, I talk about Han, Luke, Leia, but we're also seeing Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca, Anthony Daniels as C-3PO.
Right.
We will see R2-D2. But I think the biggest surprise that I saw, you pointed it out to me,
Of course I did.
Andy Zemeckis. Well,
I think
Gollum.
I think you're getting confused with Robert Zemeckis. Is right there.
Roberts, whatever.
You're thinking of Andy Serkis.
Serkis, yes.
This is a Serkis. Just think of Colonel down there. For those of you who don't know who Andy Serkis is, he played probably the greatest character in the history of the Lord of the Ring movies. In fact, he's in our control room tonight. The one and only Gollum.
Oh, yeah, he is here.
He is
I
here.
saw that. He also played in he played Caesar in the new Apes
Planet
movies.
Oh, that's right, the Planet of the Apes movie, that reboot, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
What's your
It
take
was
on
really
this,
good.
Sabrina? This is going to be the first Star Wars movie with the original cast that you're going to be around to see.
It'll probably be the only Star Wars movie I'll see in entirety.
What?
What?
I don't know if I've seen the other ones.
Get
in
her off the stage.
entirety.
Okay, all right.
What
I have
I-
known you now
relax.
for like 150 million years, and we've had parties at the mansion before. I mean, she just saw Back to the Future for the first time. All right,
This is true. Yeah, but I did watch it all the way through.
she did watch it all the way through.
I
Now,
don't know,
why haven't you seen a Star Wars movie? How is
I
that
don't know
possible?
any movie that I've seen all the way through.
What do you have, like
It's just,
narcolepsy
I
or
just
something?
like-
When you
No,
have
I
children,
just, I
are you
get
going to
up
deny your
and-
children these things?
She said Back to the Future
I don't
was
know.
dated.
Well, of course it was dated. It was a movie about time travel.
Yeah. Obviously, hello.
I'm just busy. I have
So you've
people,
never been to a
places. Maybe
galaxy
when I
far, far
retire and I can sit and like just enjoy a movie.
Spaceballs.
I'll tell you what.
You ever see Spaceballs?
I have seen Spaceballs.
Spaceballs? That's
It
your
is
type of movie.
funny.
So you've seen
Princess.
Spaceballs, but you haven't seen Star Wars.
Yes.
Which is a spoof of Star Wars.
So ergo, I've seen Star Wars.
Go back to sleep over there. All right, but
We're
talk
home
about
in the desert.
What I like about this, J.J. Abrams, the director who did the last two Star Trek movies, and is like a true disciple of Steven Spielberg. That movie Super 8 was like had
Yes.
Spielberg ripping all over it.
Yep.
Is cast unknowns, absolute nobodies that no one's ever heard about, except one big name, Max von Sydow.
Who played what character? What character in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Hollywood Joel, you got to know this.
Hollywood
I
Joe.
don't- I can't-
SPJ.
I don't know.
Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
An Arnold Schwarzenegger
1982. I'll give you a hint. Darth Vader was in it, kinda.
Yes.
that's a pretty
what
good
another?
question.
What a tie-in right there.
So if it's 82, it couldn't have been the Terminator.
It could not be the Terminator. It was not the Terminator.
How would Darth Vader tie in?
No, yeah, I give up. Who
Conan
was
the
ne-
Barbarian.
Conan the
gonna say
Barbarian.
Conan.
Oh,
I
I
wanted to say-
forgot.
He played the king in there,
king.
you know, and unbelievable. And for the Jeff, you should know who he is. He was Brewmeister Smith in Strange Brew.
Yeah, well, I
He
figured
was
that.
awesome and strange. Now you're talking my language. There you go.
I figured that, and we all know about The Exorcist, but
And he was also the dude
Exorcist.
that was in
He was
Minority
in
Report
Minority
with
Report.
Tom
He's in
Cruise.
a bunch of movies.
I'm very ecstatic there. What Bull? Do you know
Now,
Max
TC,
von Sydow?
I got a question about, speaking of Conan the Barbarian.
Okay, great.
Was Art Baker in the Conan Barbarian?
No, he was in Escape from New York.
With Kurt Russell.
Andre the Giant was in Conan the Destroyer as Dagoth.
That's Dagoth.
The gimmick,
Dreaming God.
The Dreaming God. I forgot about that. Unbelievable. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our big first-time commercial break. Vinny, you going to play your lightsaber during the commercial break?
I'm actually getting my Imperial March theme getting ready for me.
As we can hear right now, dun, 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 unbelievable. You must have brought the people to the booth. This is the After Hour Experience. We'll be right back after this big-time commercial break. For a decade, viewers have only experienced After Hours the only way known possible, on the 4x3 screen. But if you've only seen it this way, you haven't seen it at all. Alrighty, welcome back to that big time commercial break. As you can tell by the music, we're going to be talking about now that a little celebrity stalking with South Boston Jeff. What's going on, Jeff?
Okay, me and my buddy Donnie over here just got back from New York, from New Jersey.
I was
A
on that trip as well.
Yeah, big celebrity stock extravaganza.
It was.
It was great. So on the way down, right after we went to the Rhines Deli, of course, we first we hit the WWF headquarters. You know,
That would be WWE,
Yeah,
Jeff.
WWE, Jeff.
We did not go to the World Wildlife Fund
use that.
Federation there, whatever it's called.
Can't use that no more.
but yeah, banged on the door and they wouldn't let us.
And
in.
Vince McMahon wouldn't let us in. I was very shocked about that.
Yeah, so we went down there to Parsippany, New Jersey, and we went down mainly for a big Last American Virgin reunion. Remember that 80s movie?
Does
that
everybody
was like-
remember that movie, The Last American Virgin? I see people nodding. I see Sabs going, I have no idea what that is.
Came out in 1982.
Well, was that an autobiography?
I think it was, sir.
It was. Okay.
So we they got together a handful of the cast from Last American Virgin. They were all very nice. I first off talked to Joe Rubbo, who played the heavyset
Who
kid.
played Dave? You say Joe Rubbo?
Yeah,
Joe
Rubbo.
Rubbo. He's a big fan of yours, Vinny. No, seriously. He mentioned he wanted to take on you for the barbecue championship.
Anytime.
He's a New Jersey boy.
Interesting.
Even better.
All right.
The armpit of
Jersey
America.
boy. He has TV studio connections of his own, and he says he'll be interested in doing a radio interview as well with us.
That's right. So be kind
I
to
was
Joe
just
Rubbo.
working the room. You know, the one that, they had the three women that all snorted the Sweet and Low at the party or whatever that was. the three skanky women at the party. Well, they're certainly skanky now, but Winifred Friedkin, she was the heavyset one.
She loves you,
Yeah,
Bull.
she loved you.
She loves you. She's mentioning you by name.
All the heavy women love Bull.
So, and then me and Donnie, we got the pleasure to meet the star of the movie, Diane Franklin.
Diane Franklin.
Oh, my God, what a cutie, and one of those 80s cuties, and what a sweetheart.
You know what the
in
best part
person.
about Diane Franklin was that night? The see-through dress.
Oh my God!
yeah,
I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah,
I think I
they
did
get
have a
like
heart attack.
I almost got fined posting my pictures on Facebook because nips were popping out and everything else. I mean, like
Your nips or her nips?
Oh, no, like I wasn't. I'm sober. I wasn't
and-
carrying any nips.
And
You
it's
know
not, and
that.
it's not the nips you stole either. We'll get into that in a few minutes too. But our guest in the audience tonight, or on the panel tonight, is none other than our Hall of Famer, Signature Boy Donnie. Now, you have had a fascination with this movie now for 30 years.
Oh, my God.
And I was in attendance, and your reaction to meeting these superstars it was like a kid on Christmas morning. And go into detail. What was it like to have Diane Franklin, the '80s cutie, actually sign you?
I'll tell you something, TC. I just don't know. Words can't really even explain the way I felt when I walked into that room and I seen her. At first, I didn't think it was real. And then when I approached her, I wanted to make sure I approached her in the right way. I didn't want to spook her or anything because obviously the way I look and, the way I sometimes,
As you can see on the
people.
screen right now, there's a picture of Diane Friend. You know who she is, Vinny. She was also the girl that was in Better Off Dead, the French chick. You know who she is.
I know exactly who she is.
Yeah,
And
she also
international
she was
link.
also
I
in-
gotta honestly say, nowadays, if she spilt the milk, I would throw her out of bed.
No, I don't know
no,
about that,
no, you
Vinny.
would.
Come on
And a
now,
cute
Vinny.
little
Come on,
hat
she's
on
still
that she
very
has.
beautiful.
Just saying. You're just saying?
Just
All
saying.
right.
And I actually started to read her book this morning. She has a book out right now.
They
It's-
all
it's-
have books.
What's it
Even
called?
Bull has
Hustler?
one.
I
I'm
started-
real
I started
sorry
to
your
read the
mom's
book,
head
and,
blew up,
and,
Ricky.
she's German, and she's an Austrian, and her father was Jewish. So I mean, she's got a real pretty crazy combination, but it's good. It explains her beauty. But I mean, when I walked over to her and asked her for an autograph and asked her to sign me, I didn't know what her reaction was going to be. And when she was really nice and said, "Sure, I'll sign you, no problem," I thought it was just out of this world. And come to find out that it started a new friendship for me. We're actually friends now. I talked to her yesterday, and I think it's started.
Maybe she wants you to sign her.
Yeah, I think so, TC. I think so. I mean,
I'll sign her.
Yeah,
Not with that.
no.
Not with that pen, though.
No, but it's a dream come true meeting her, though. Let me tell you, it was.
I've
dream
seen her in
come
another
true.
movie where she plays a teacher's aide or something. You guys know?
I don't remember
Do you know
that
what I'm
one.
talking about, Jeff?
No, but
She like jewelry?
did you forget about? Well, I've seen her. She was in
Pearls.
Amity too. The possession.
Oh, that's
Pearl
a good
necklace.
one.
Yeah,
Amity
That-
Two.
that's the
She's
one where you got a
sister,
little
right?
some nice
Yeah,
nudity
she
from
was-
her,
Yep.
some
Yeah,
from there
sister
in
and
that
brother.
one.
If we had a
And who
camera
can-
right now, the reaction on Sab's face as we're talking about this.
Word.
Now, Strangler Steve, now,
Yeah.
have you ever been down to one of these autograph hunts with South Boston Jeff?
No, and I have never gone to an autograph session before. How about that?
Well, it only gets better. After moving from the Last American Virgin Room, we had the honor and privilege of meeting the wife of the king of rock and roll himself, Elvis Presley, Priscilla Presley.
She's hot.
Wow.
Now,
Nice beaver.
now you must have saw her.
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
No, he's talking about
did.
the
I'm talking about Naked
Oh,
Gun.
yeah.
Hey, Winifred Freakin was in that.
Oh, all right. Bad visual there. Now, Donnie, going into that room, you were like sweating profusely. It was like you were on death row.
I was having an asthma attack, an anxiety attack, any attack you can actually.
I tried to slip you some lorazepam, but it didn't
You
even
did.
work.
You actually did, TC. You slipped me some stuff, and I was popping everything you were giving me, but it still didn't help. I seen that black curtain.
Those
and
the things that were slipped to him, just so everybody knows, were legal drugs, not illegal drugs.
Definitely over the
Okay,
counter.
just
No,
want to
no,
make sure.
he wasn't hanging with you all last weekend.
Hey, yeah, whoa, come
Let me tell you, but when I seen that black curtain, like TC said, I felt like I was going to death row. I didn't know what to expect on the other side of that curtain. But when I got to the other side of the curtain and I seen Priscilla just kind of looking at me and almost like she was expecting to see me, it was a surreal feeling. And when I
Well, you
walked
do
up-
kind of stand out with autographs tattooed
it's
on you,
crazy.
You
Donnie.
kind of have like a style
Yeah.
like the king too. You know, she must have liked the
I kn-
way he held himself. You kind of hold yourself.
I never,
like that, Don.
I never met Donnie till tonight earlier in the green room, and for those who haven't met him, he's covered in tattoos that are autographs. I have a question for you, Donnie.
Yes, yes.
Actually, two questions. The first one is, how many autographed tattoos are actually on your body?
I have 141 as of this past
That's
weekend.
crazy. And the second part of that question is, who out of all those tattoos that you have, who are any of them deceased at this point?
Yes, actually, it's all on my right arm, and that's funny you say that because
Another
recently
curse.
I've been actually wondering about it because I just lost another one that was on my right arm. We just lost the late great Dave Brocky from the band Guar.
Yeah, that's Odorous
He
Urungus
was
from
Odorous
War.
Urungus. He was a very close friend of mine for over 20 years. And
Which arm did I sign?
Oh, TC, you did the left, so you're safe.
All right, I'm okay. I'm
right.
okay. Thank goodness.
My job is safe.
But yeah, he was a very dear friend of mine, and just a couple weeks ago we found out that he passed away.
Mine
But
too, man.
50 years old, and I also have Dimebag Darrell from the group Pantera, also on my elbow. He passed away, and I also have Brad Delp from the band Boston. So I started getting a
Brady
little
could
wary
grill.
of the right. I started getting a little wary of the right arm. So
Well, which of the tattoos is like your absolute favorite, the one you cherish the most? Was it
Obviously, the one
hardest-
that I signed.
No, the
hardest
one
one
of
to get?
mine.
Oh,
That
that's
would
right,
be
Sabrina's
me.
on there.
I see Sabrina's
I gotta
name
say
right there.
I gotta
His
say,
left-
I'm
his
sorry,
left
guys, but
pectoral.
I gotta say, no matter what, Sabrina
Oh, I
is
didn't know Sabs was on
definitely
That's
the
pretty-
number
It's a
one.
good tattoo.
cool.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Donnie.
she was a highlight of my autograph.
That's amazing.
You have Howard
career.
Stern, Donnie?
Yes, I do.
You
I have
Robin?
Howard. Yeah, Howard's right there. I have
there
Robin.
it is on the
I have
wrist.
Artie
Yeah,
Lang,
Robin,
but
In fact, getting back to Sabrina's autograph there, when we were in the room with Priscilla Presley, she signed above Lisa Marie Presley, and she goes, "Who's this Sabrina?"
she actually did, because Sabrina is. If you look at it, Sabrina, you can't
It
see
is
because we're on
right
the
there.
radio,
It is,
but
yeah.
Sabrina is right there with the two of them. So
Talking to the microphone.
I'm
We
sorry,
don't, we don't
I
need you the
gotta sit
visual
there,
thing.
but that's all right there. Sabrina and Lisa.
Yep.
You know,
and
speaking of
Priscilla.
autographs.
So I'm happy.
Oh boy.
Speaking of autographs,
There we go.
Sabrina, you need to put an autograph to something for me.
Yeah, what do you need?
I'll have my agent send it over to you.
All right, have
Was
your
that a
people talk to
restraining
my
order?
people.
No, I don't take restraint. Those only get pulled against me. There's a difference.
Okay, it could be. But yeah, getting back to Priscilla, as you can see the picture on the screen right now, she's held up. The Maybelline is
She's
held
good.
up
She's sexy.
Yeah.
Looking
for
good.
Yeah,
for
she
a
did.
broad who's 70 years old.
Talk about a gilf.
And she was actually
She's 70 years old.
Yeah, and she was
Yeah.
actually like rubbing my sideburns. I don't know, a little
Oh,
flashback to
yeah.
Elvis
Oh,
there.
really?
And whatnot.
Really?
Yeah, she was.
She was.
Wow.
Now, wasn't her daughter used to be married to Nicolas Cage, right?
And Michael Jackson.
And Michael Jackson.
And Michael
Yep,
Jackson.
and Michael
Oh,
At the
my
same
God.
time?
Help us all.
That'd be
great.
Yeah, she's a Mormon.
No, she's not an
She
Osmond.
wants more men.
I'll produce that movie.
Okay, yes, Bull, you look like you're chomping at the bit to talk about something. Nothing, huh?
Hey, Bull, did you make a video with her too?
No, I didn't
I
know.
can't believe you
Come on,
brought
boy.
that
Yes,
up. I can't believe you brought that up.
What brought what up? What are you talking
No,
about?
No.
That you're talking about the video?
Yeah, the video.
The one that was made in the late 1980s?
Or was it?
Made.
Yes.
It might have not been made.
Shot on a home camcorder, Colonel?
Was it a high 8?
Does this ring a bell, Colonel Bull Montana?
It doesn't? You
He's
sure?
still going to say no. I
He's
can't.
still gonna say it.
I
With
can't
with
believe
I
it.
have.
And with
We have the actual evidence.
does the name Luna Lee mean anything to you, Colonel?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Look at the
Relax,
smile.
Bull.
See the smile.
Was she there?
Oh well, obviously she wasn't that good if you don't remember it. But yeah, that's the rumor that's been going around that you have a sex tape, Colonel.
Adult film. Adult
She wasn't
film.
there this weekend, he's asking.
No,
She
no.
wasn't there when he-
This is what I heard back going back to 1988.
Those are the good old days.
Oh wait, let me guess.
Cherry
You
days.
don't remember. It's none of it's true,
1988.
right?
You plead the fifth on this, Colonel?
Yes.
Okay. Well, inquiring minds are going to go into this, and I know the Department of Sabs and Fabs are going to investigate this a little further.
You're not anyone until you have a sex tape these days, though.
I heard
right.
she.
Seems
You have
like
yours?
I'm beyond that.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. It's in 3D.
So what happens when you make like 20 of them, and they all get
That's
confiscated?
just trashy. That's trash.
Colonel, we're gonna. Vinny's bringing this up, but there's been rumblings from TMZ has been mentioning it, and certain individuals that I know have been talking about this videotape that has surfaced after 20 some odd years.
There was a videotape that they had on World Star the other night, and it said "catches the bull by the horn." It was gone within an hour, though,
Uh-oh.
because someone's on there
Colonel, do you have
complaining.
anything to comment about this?
No.
Nothing.
These are proud men.
Not what.
Nothing to be
you know,
embarrassed
He won't
about,
be
I
so
guess.
proud in
He
a
doesn't look
couple of
proud.
months.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a big time commercial break. Inquiring minds are going to figure this out. Could this be the biggest scandal of 2014? We'll have to find out. This is the After Hours Experience. I'm TC Restani, and we'll be right back. For a decade, viewers have only experienced After Hours the only way known possible, on the 4x3 screen. But if you've only seen it this way, you haven't seen it at all. All righty, welcome back from that big-time commercial break. We now have a report on what's going on with the TV version of the show from none other than the executive producer of the program, Sabs. What's going on, Sabs?
It's amazing what's going on. So many changes. And I feel like, now we're going from winter into spring.
Hopefully.
Just this time of transformation, and After Hours is included in that.
Now, I've seen your notes. I haven't been privy to go into all these board meetings, but the ones I have been in there,
Super top secret.
the set, we have two set designers that are battling over which design is the best. So this is what's taking so long, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
so amazing. It should be its own reality TV show.
Now, they have not let me in the room. They show me little samples of what they're, little sketches and whatnot. They haven't had, like, Mr. Brady come in with the blueprints yet, do anything like that. But from what I heard, the show will be coming back very, very soon. I understand that we are going to be doing it a highly guest-based show. We're not going to have all of our unique characters on every single episode.
Exactly.
And
well, that's just what the people want.
That's
Like
just
we
what the
just
people
listen
want
to you
out
guys
there.
out there. So thanks so much for all your feedback and letting us know that you guys love our guests, and keep putting in suggestions for guests, and we will continue to try to stalk those people down.
Unbelievable. So do we have a target date sometime over the summer, right?
Oh yeah, over the summer we like to take our time because I get my spray tan on, and I got to get my extensions fixed.
Of course,
and-
priorities. Yes,
Yeah,
priorities.
yeah.
But Hollywood Joel, you have a question down there. You were
had
looking at us during the commercial
I
break.
was going to ask a couple questions about spray tanning, but
You're from Revere, right?
for all yeah, I am. Hi, hey, Aquanet. For all you guys, I was supposed to go with you guys.
You were.
I've never have I, in the few years I've been involved in this, ever flaked on anything.
You have
but
not.
I had a good reason,
You
and
did
we're
have
going
a
to
good
find out
reason.
about that in the future, and it involves the show.
Unbelievable.
But
You were working for the show.
I was working
Intriguing.
for the show. Very much so. And I was excited about some of the news I heard. But some of the people I heard weren't very nice to you guys when you guys, we roll down there. They come out to Boston. We take care of them. We look out for you, but we get.
Hey, not to stop you, but
Go ahead.
look at them. Would you be nice to them? You're all hot,
Probably,
Vin.
yeah.
Well, were you actually licked by a celebrity, Vinny?
Ever?
Do you want me to really
No,
answer that
la-
question?
last weekend, I mean. Were
No,
you-
not last weekend.
In New Jersey.
I was licked last weekend, but not by a
Well,
celebrity.
as you can see, you just got a new dog, right? As you can see on the screen right now, the one and the only, the actress who was on remote control, Carrie War, is licking Donnie.
Carrie Moore, man. She was.
Oh, you met her?
And
Oh.
no, she licked him. All right.
Oh.
And
Can I tell you the things I did to myself?
well,
over
you know
that
what,
woman?
Vinny? You're gonna have a
She
little
was a
surprise.
fulfilling.
She's actually wants to be on the program.
I have to be
No
here.
way.
I gotta be here.
She wants to be on something else. Capelli.
Listen, I gotta be here.
Well, maybe if you're a good boy, you can meet Carrie.
here we
I will
go.
get in touch with my agent, Mike Oslo. We will make this happen.
Unbelievable.
See, it's crazy. Our guests are so good now that the characters are fighting over who has to be on the show.
Listen,
like,
I'm the
this is
barbecue
getting
champion.
good.
This should be.
Okay, I know you don't swing that way, but if you wanted to be licked by Carrie, where you'd be in line too
Then
right
I
now,
think
all right?
I should be the one that
Can I
gets
take
licked.
pictures?
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Forget about your tape, Bull. We're gonna have a new tape.
I gotta
on here.
leave.
Strangler Steve, you know who Carrie War is, right?
Yeah, from remote control. You
Right.
just said, yeah, hot girl.
And she was in Beastmaster 2.
Fort
Beastmaster
Fairlane with
2.
Dice.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Oh man.
Good looking girl.
Well,
Now-
one of the things that sealed the deal, I believe, that is, I gave her a shout out to Carrie Warher's mom, who is the Grace Slick from Jefferson Airplane. I said, "You are." She was looking good, and I said, "You are beautiful and iconic, just like your mother." She was like, "Whoa," and gave me a pretty fair kiss for myself. But I didn't get
uses the
licked.
same
But
line.
at least I got.
Yeah,
looked
Vinny,
just
you were
like your
supposed to.
mother.
You were supposed to come to this.
When they look like their mother, that's when they get tossed out.
All right, but you were talking about who was the biggest pain in the necks down there,
Yeah.
right?
Did you guys have anywhere? I heard there were some people who were
Jeff
very
had
nice.
Jeff had a little. I wouldn't say an altercation,
Another
but
Patrick Stewart type of
it
altercation.
wasn't
we go.
kind of that bad. But someone who rubbed you the wrong way, literally, was none other than
Bud Bundy,
yeah,
David
Grandmaster B himself,
Yeah.
Bud
Grandmaster
Bundy,
B,
yeah.
David Faustino.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, come on, let's take a little picture. SBJ and Grandmaster B, what do you say? And he was like, yeah,
If you
whatever.
can see on the screen right now, look at the size of Jeff next to him. He looks like
yeah,
Andre the Giant
and
next to him.
don't I look like I'm gonna give him a nice backhander? Well, I kind of feel like it.
If
right
you guys
now.
ever want to look up on YouTube, David Faustino fight, you'll see him get thrown through the crowd as his friends are actually fist fighting with someone at a club. in LA.
Really?
I know the guy. He seems like a decent guy. Has a podcast. We've discussed our podcast with him. And
I mean,
maybe,
in all
it might
fairness,
just get
he could have had a
carried.
bad day. It was 25,000 losers from New Jersey coming up and trying to grab you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be kind of pissed off too. Other than it was Kerry War. But what other pain in the necks were down there, Donnie?
Well, I didn't notice too many pain in the necks. I actually had a pretty good reception. Maybe the other girl I noticed from I hate to say this because it's one of my favorite movies, The Last American Virgin, the blonde. I don't quite remember her name, but she seemed like she was really put aside every time somebody asked her to take a picture or somebody asked her to do something. She was like, "No, okay, you know."
Kimmy Robertson?
Yeah. You know, Jeff. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Jeff.
she also
she
appeared
seemed
in
like she
she
didn't
also
wanna be
appeared in
there.
Don't Tell Mom the
Yes,
Babysitter's
yes,
Dead.
yes,
Who was she in that
She
movie?
was she was the girl that worked with Sue Ann.
Mm-hmm.
She was the like
Which was
the
Christina
one, she w-
Applegate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, she got big things going on, so you can understand
was
why
covered. Yeah,
she
she
was
was
put
big-
out a little bit
big
by someone
things.
asking to
She-
take a photo.
Oh, and I just seen her do a Hot Pockets commercial. Oh, good for
yeah,
good
yeah,
for
yeah.
I
yeah,
just saw
great
her
for
at Walgreens
Kimmy
buying Hot
Robertson.
Pockets.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
like hats off to Kimmy. Hats off to Kimmy for that Hot Pockets commercial.
Unbelievable.
But okay, now check out this picture. Here's me, and I'm not saying this kid was uncool in any way. Here's me and Jackson Nickel, who appeared in the movie
yeah.
Bad Grandpa.
Oh, that kid from look at
Oh,
him.
yeah,
That
what
kid
a
from
nice
He's
Bad
actually
Grandpa.
giving
Yeah.
the finger.
Who's
Yeah,
that? His
he's
mom?
giving
There
everybody
he
the
is.
finger.
Look
That
at
No,
him.
no.
His
Let me
mom
tell
looks
you.
upset in the
No, let me
background.
tell you who that is. That's not his mom. That is in fact Zap from American Gladiators. Now she's
American
pretty.
Gladiators?
Yeah, she's pretty angry
Zap,
because
yeah,
because
wow.
nobody's paying any attention to
well,
her.
look at her.
That's
We got a
true.
reaction out of both from Zap. Do you have a tape with her too?
No, I never, I never
Scott Baio
met
involved?
Zap.
You never met Zap.
Yeah, she
What
was-
about Zip?
Buddy
Oh,
Lembeck.
How about Zip and Neck?
oh, I know Zip.
Zip and Pig.
You know who Zip is?
Oh, don't get him started.
Zip right now is over up on the sky above us.
Is he,
Was he in a plane?
No,
The plane. The plane.
He works at
Zip
Tattoo.
passed away.
Oh, Zip passed away. Well, rest in peace, Zip.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Zip.
See you later, Zip.
Anyone else? Was it Don? You're too nice. I know you're
I
too
know.
nice.
That's the thing. See, I really didn't get too much of a bad. Jeff might be able to remind me a little more than I. Than
What
I
about
remember.
what about the girl from Jaws 2? She now looks like a chain
Oh
smoking
my
skank.
God!
Who's from
I
Jaws
I
too?
was
The-
really upset
Oh
about that.
Daughters?
her name was Donna Welk. What Donna Wilkes or Donna
What, she was in
Wykes?
Jaws 2?
And
Girl,
she
just
also
kept
made
screaming.
she also
Which
made
one?
this movie during the 80s called Angel.
Yeah, Angel.
If you remember that one,
Oh, yeah.
Schoolgirl by day,
Hollywood
prostitute.
hooker by
Oh
night.
no, Angel! There was
I
1,
remember
2,
that.
and 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
Angel. They
yeah.
had
She
the
looked
split
like she-
You've
screen
seen
on
Jaws
the
2,
VHS.
haven't you, Vin?
Yeah.
Remember the kid that said, "Oh, she got tits like a sparrow."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all I remember about her in Jaws 2 is that was her rule.
I thought you were imitating Bull's tape.
Yeah, I
over there.
remember. I remember that too.
Oh, come on.
Away, little girl.
But it was, but some of them, it was an unbelievable adventure down there, and I
Lonnie
can't.
Anderson.
Yeah, Lonnie
Lonnie
was great.
Anderson, for someone who's like 70,000
She
years
is
old,
so
she still
hot,
looks good.
man. I even love.
Yeah, speaking of 70,000-year-olds,
she
I
beat up
got
Hulk Hogan in the Ninja movie there,
Oh, the Three Ninjas
wearing
there.
a dominatrix outfit. Respects it. I'm sorry, but
No, yeah.
When
no.
it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
is that from
Yeah.
the movie?
No, that's Hulk Hogan's theme.
Oh, all right.
What were you
No.
saying, Jeff?
Joel kind of just threw my mind right into the gutter, so I don't know what I. Oh yeah, Joseph Elick from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Now I saw him in the parking lot as I was what I always do in parking lots before the Chiller Theater, and that was about
Medicine.
that was about 5:00. So around 8:00, it was by the time he got into the hotel in his chair, and now my
Cholesterol's up there.
well, that too. But my collection of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest autographs and actors is quite near complete and everything. I'm just waiting for one by Danny DeVito.
What else is he in, Jeff?
Joseph Elick played the Bancini in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
That's about
Nest.
it.
Little guy
I'm
with one leg,
tired.
right?
I'm tired, and I'm tired.
It's a lot of baloney. He was a guy on top of Jack.
Well, Jack had to get up
Oh, yeah,
onto
yeah,
his
yeah.
shoulders to hit me, Chief.
Oh,
I've got the
yeah,
moves. But the only other he was also in 2 episodes of the original Twilight Zone.
How do you know that? You're like a savant. Now, Sabs, you've actually been to these autograph shows, but on the other end at the table signing autographs. What's your reaction to all these wacky fans out there?
I had no idea it meant this much to everyone.
Have you ever licked any fan out there?
I've been asked to lick a fan, but
Right.
I don't really like to lick things.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Germy.
It is
Gross.
germy. It is
Yeah,
kind of germy out there.
nasty.
Strangler Steve, what about you?
Like Sab says, you really don't realize how much it means to them. And you can see some people, you can tell they're really excited, and that can actually throw people off because when you are the person on the other side of the table, that excitement can be overwhelming for you because, you're just there to have, 10 autographs go by, you're fine, no problem. And then there's one person who's been following you for God knows how long, and they just want to tell you how much, it starts off as respectful, but they do want to get close, because to them it feels like they've known you for a decade, whereas you met them 5 seconds
They're
ago.
a stranger. It's so
Right, they're a
weird.
stranger to you, but to them, you've been a part of their life.
That's Robert De Niro movie.
Oh, King of Comedy.
King of Comedy. That's what it's
Now, Vinny, when people meet you, they throw up, right?
God.
No, actually, but you talk about following you and getting close. I've had that happen numerous times. Problem is, it's usually I get tossed into a vehicle after. I've been followed and I got a little close to something, and then
You just give your thumbprint.
and then I usually my autograph. Usually, although I do gotta say, I have been asked for my autograph as the barbecue champion, and you know what they asked for? It was a woman, and she asked for me to simply put Vinny's face was here, right in the middle of her chest.
And that was velvet, right?
No, I wouldn't touch velvet with velvet cake.
All right, what do you?
He would though.
Well, what are you talking about? You're ready. You're talking over there. What about your autograph experiences?
That's like me. Whenever if I do a small independent show, they all come up, and there's always one stalker in the crowd.
What do you charge for your autograph, Bull?
I charge $1 a picture.
$1 a picture, huh?
Can't beat that.
Reasonable.
99
that's
cents
reasonable.
too
Now,
expensive.
Now, if someone came out with 100 pennies, would you take it?
But I'm going to tell you something, though. There's always
not.
one stalker that is always there, and you know who the gentleman is. The gentleman from New York. Hey, Paul, what are you doing here? Why are you stalking these celebrities?
Who the hell are you talking about?
I think he's talking about because when he does his celebrity signings, usually they have to wheel themselves up.
No,
Or they get wheeled up because they're invalids.
I'm talking about it. I believe the gentleman lives in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Bro, I have no idea who you're talking about with these little clues. Get to the point.
TC has a lot of fans, so it's
See, you should know this guy because when we met Ferris Bueller,
Yeah, Matthew Broderick.
yeah.
Okay, that's not the stalker. Who are you talking about lives in Worcester?
Someone's stalking you.
I don't think-
he's trying to let you know.
I don't
that
think.
someone's
Who is it?
stalking you.
Luna Lee? I mean, who lives in
Tell
Worcester
him,
that's
Bull.
a stalker?
Who is it?
I don't know the gentleman's name.
When was the last time you saw him?
I know
why
a
the hell
guy
you bring
who
it up?
I know a guy from Springfield. Springfield.
You mean
Student.
Steve from Springfield?
Yeah.
The guy
Oh,
who wears
that's
the
the guy, bro.
Wicked West of the West socks?
Yeah.
Okay, you were close in
Yeah, but-
Worcester and Springfield. All right, moving on there. Sabs, any other things going on in your world? How's the barbecue coming?
Anyways, barbecue is going to be super fab. The best ever. Our food is phenomenal. We're redoing the menu, adding some new menu items to make it a little bit more heart healthier.
I know there's like a lot of
right?
vegetarians coming to
like
this thing.
what?
Vegan.
Hey, whoa! As the champion, shouldn't I have a say in as what I'm going to be
we will
shoveling
be
down?
inclusive to all, so you can fill your plate with your choice, but we will also have some healthier choices for
Hey, speaking
the
of which, real
non-heart
quick,
attack fans.
Fit stuff.
Hey, you and your autograph boy over there, you
Yes.
and your partner, last time I saw you, you guys were interrupting my time on
All
TV.
right, what we're going to do is
that
we're
was-
going to take a big time commercial break, and we're going to get into that
All right.
right
All
after
right.
this big time commercial break. This is the After Hours Experience. Go get your greens. For a decade, viewers have only experienced After Hours the only way known possible, on the 4x3 screen. But if you've only seen it this way, you haven't seen it at all. All righty, welcome back from that big-time commercial break. Now, during the commercial break, it's a little calm down here. But Vinny Capelli, what's your beef with Signature Boy Donnie and what happened at the barbecue and the induction ceremony when they got into the Hall of Fame?
It's called No Respect. That's what it's called.
No respect. As I recall, you actually interrupted them.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes,
No,
yes.
no.
That's
Listen.
correct. Yes.
No. Listen,
All right.
they didn't deserve to be put in the Hall of Fame, number one. I was trying to get some time, but your Sabrina over here doesn't answer her cell phone when I try to call because here I am as the champion making a challenge. That is bigger than these two guys getting inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Vinny. I don't know about that, Vinny. I think we kind of came along a little bit before you did with the Hall of Fame stuff and all that. I mean, I think we were here a little bit before you, so I'm trying to be a gentleman about all this, but I mean, I don't understand what your beef is with me and my partner. I mean,
Where is your partner?
He's actually sick right now. He's not feeling too well. He's going to be at the barbecue. He is going to be at the next interview.
Dave will be here.
So I'm representing the both of us right now. But I just don't understand. You know why you didn't like
No,
it,
Vinny,
Vinny.
I mean, why are you bringing this up now? That happened at the Christmas party. You know why? Because I don't get no respect. That's
But
why.
it's a
Because all
rest.
I hear about is from Big Lou and all these other losers and morons and meatballs.
That dude Jersey.
The dude Jersey.
Joe
You know
Blow.
something? The problem is, even though it has been almost a year, I am still being questioned on how I won my title. It is over. It's done with. Okay? He lost. It's done.
I can't wait till the
fair to
barbecue.
Donnie.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
just put this
and
down.
these guys don't
Hey,
know
that's
what
not
respect.
fair at all.
It wasn't fair.
All right,
at
Bull,
all.
you chime in on this. You're the former champion. I'm talking to your microphone.
It's not fair at all, Capelli. But let me tell you something. It's coming back to me this year. You're all done, chump.
All right.
I just want to say that we got a generator for this year, so there will be no issues.
there'll be
we
no
have
power
multiple
outages or anything?
camera
Again,
angles.
but see, you insinuate like I had
No,
something
I'm
to
just
do with it.
saying
Okay,
we're
we're going to have a
changing it.
mediator talk about this off the air. We don't need to bring this up on the air right now. We have more important things to talk about and other fun things. So you can talk about your
Moving
barbecue
on.
thing. Is that cool with you,
Yeah,
Donnie?
that's fine with me. That's
Is that
fine.
cool with you, Jeff?
I apologize,
That's fine.
TC.
Colonel,
I don't
is that
mean
cool
to
with
be getting
you?
upset about
That's
this.
cool with me.
Strangler Steve,
You're the boss.
Hollywood.
Don't ask
Actually,
me,
Sabs
you
is the
know,
boss.
I don't know. I'm still upset about
True.
the whole thing. I don't know.
I
You know what?
I
I think it
just-
was disrespectful. You once in
I
a
think
lifetime you
everybody,
get.
I think it was disrespectful on all ends. I think Vinny has a good point. I think we have a good point. I think we just need to figure out how we're going to solve this issue, and
We can't be fighting. All
I really don't want to fight
That's
with
what we're
anybody.
doing
Challenge
for
me.
production. We're
All right.
going
That's
to.
actually
You
a
already
good
have a
point.
challenge
Yeah.
here at the barbecue. Enough of this. Now,
Go
we have
ahead,
some
Donnie.
sad
Donnie.
news to report down here on After Hours. We lost 2 family members on the program. People that has been associated with the program, one for over 25 years, one who was near and dear to the Colonel's heart. And I'm going to mention her first because she was one of the Colonel's acquaintances down in New York. You may remember a couple years ago when we went down on a celebrity stalk, and the picture that's on the screen right now is none other than Bull's, how would you say it, friend, special friend?
I believe it was your
Dottie,
rat.
but Dottie was a special friend to us. She took care of us at the Westway Diner.
She took care of you at the Westway Diner. But Dottie, she was a woman who, much like you, hung around places looking for stuff for free, hung around the Westway Diner down in New York City, and she was 97 years old, Colonel. And there you
Still
were.
smoking like a chimney.
Still smoking like a chimney. And there you were. There's an image on the screen right now. Your last encounter with Dottie. I know you
it's
knew
nice.
her for many, many, many years, and you
God
referred
bless
to her
her.
as a rat. Could you describe her?
Dottie-
Could you? What is a rat?
Dottie, gentlemen of the panel and ladies, Dottie, you may rest in peace.
Okay,
Thank you,
you
sir.
didn't answer-
Oh, no.
You didn't answer
He
the
won't
question.
answer the question. Let me answer that
She
question.
had
for
4
you.
teeth in her head. What's a rat? What's a rat, Colonel?
You want me to answer the question
I
for you?
believe
I'll
that
let
Colonel
you-
just does not want to disrespect the
Hey,
deceased.
I'll put
I'm
it-
behind
I'll put it
Colonel
in
on this
terms
one.
that
are
I am behind
radio-friendly,
Colonel
or-
on this one.
I'm going to ask Strangler Steve what your definition of a
boy.
rat is. Not a
usually-
mafia rat.
Usually a creature that hangs out in dark corners of certain areas and does certain things.
Now,
Let's
Colonel,
keep it clean.
Now, Colonel, she wasn't the one from Rhode Island where she said it tasted like a sewer, right? Wasn't it, right?
No,
Oh boy.
Brother.
That wasn't it. But all right, but you know.
TC.
Now, Dottie, everybody out there, I think we should tilt our hats, and you guys can lower your sharpies to Bull's rat, Dottie. She left the planet. She lived a long life.
And
she-
died
she-
of peaceful natural causes. That's
Peaceful
what
natural
that's
causes
what the
down in New
manager
York.
of the
She's having a
Westway
lot of
had told
protein.
me.
God bless her.
She died, and she still owes me money for that cheeseburger you made me buy her 2 years ago, Colonel. So you're gonna have to settle up on Dottie's tab, Colonel. You have anything you want to say a fond farewell to your rat, Dottie?
Aw.
I know the tears are welling.
in
You
peace,
can't see it,
Dottie.
ladies and
Well,
gentlemen.
it's
Rest in peace to you, buddy.
It's rough. It's
But Colonel, come on, this is
never
this
easy.
is your opportunity to say what you really mean from the heart for Dottie. You have to.
Got nothing to say.
Just say a few words.
Just
Bo,
say a
that's
few
all.
words.
You guys always have fun with that.
Well, you got to say something. Dottie's going to be rolling in her grave. If you're the last
I
link.
said it earlier. Dottie, you may rest in peace.
And that's all you have to say about Dottie.
That's right.
All right. Well, Dottie, Jeff, you have something to say. I know you were close to Dottie.
we should move on to
Yeah, how close was he?
this isn't it and everything.
Like
we're
I
all
said,
we're mourning more celebrities.
we're mourning,
all
like I
kinds of
said.
them. And not just the guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Bob Hoskins, who passed away 2 days ago, but one of my mentors, one of my another celebrity stalker,
The king of celebrity stalkers.
That's right, the guy who taught me everything I know besides Stutter and John from the Howard Stern show. But Jerry Pearlswig has passed away.
Jerry Pearlswig, the longtime autograph collector who, when I first went for my first autograph, March 3rd, 1990 in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
You remember that?
I do remember because I met.
Remembers everything.
I started at the top of the mountain. My first big celebrity I met, other than the losers that I met in Atlantic City, was Doc Brown himself, Christopher Lloyd. And Jerry was the first person who gave me an olive branch and said, "Are you a collector too?" And Jerry invited me over and taught Jeff and I the ways of celebrity stalking. So Jerry, who passed away, I found out in December. And we just found out now that Jerry Pearlswig has gone to that big autograph line in the sky. Now he has eternity to get everybody signed.
He was a nice dude.
Golden child.
Harmless
Big
guy.
star.
He is a big star. Now,
I'm a
Strangler
big
Steve.
star.
Yeah.
He was on television.
Strangler Steve has a lot. He knew Jerry Pearlswig a long time, too.
I knew of him for a long time. He was actually a friend of a friend. Remember GQ John Rodeo, one of
I
the best
do.
managers to ever
Correct.
come out of New England. He and Jerry went way, way back, and they would go to autograph sessions together. In fact, I think he went with them alongside them. And I remember John Rodeo always talking very highly of Jerry Pearlswig and saying, nice guy, harmless guy, out to have a good time and to meet some celebrities. So
His code name was Mr. Pearl.
that's right, Mr. Pearl. I'll never forget that. And I remember also another friend of ours, Mel Simons, who was also kind of linked to Mr.
Mel
Pearlswig.
Simons.
Yeah, and so I'm
You're bringing back old names.
you're talking about a person who may not have had a significant role in life, as we say, but think about how many people
Are you kidding
he's
me?
connected
This
to.
guy had documentaries made run by Harvard University, and he was on a little show called People Are Talking. Remember that show?
No, I
Back
don't.
in the early
Chronicle,
1990s.
People Are Talking.
People Are Talking
okay.
was a show that was on locally here on NBC.
Channel 4 with
Channel 4.
Tom Bergeron.
And Tom Bergeron,
There it is.
the guy who's now everywhere,
Top
was
of
the
the
host
line.
of that. And he actually asked Jerry, he goes, Jerry, why does Robert Urich dislike you? And Jerry
great.
stalked everybody. So
Where
it's
do
a-
you think his collection went, TC?
I know where his collection went. There, a lot of people over the years took advantage of him. Capelli, I'm looking at you. I know a lot of
What?
people. He had the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Mother Teresa's autograph.
Again, you guys look at me. See, you want to talk about no respect? I could care less about somebody else's collection. I am my own collection. You get that?
What bull?
I know who's got his collection.
And why are you talking like this?
Stevie from Quincy got all his.
You think Steve Tippenose has his collection?
That's right.
I don't think he had to.
Unbelievable. But I just wanted to make mention of that
have to do
because
something
Jerry
like that. I don't think you have to.
was a member of the family down here. He was on the show quite a few times. In fact, our audio technician in the booth right now, Chris, had videotaped what was called Cribs Restani style, and we went to Jerry's house, and that's available on our YouTube channel if you want to see that. Hollywood Joel, what's your take on
Oh,
this?
you guys should put it on this one right now. You gotta.
No, I want people to go to our YouTube channel. More
Oh, you're
views
right,
on
you're
there.
right,
You know,
you're right.
unbelievable. So that's a little bit of sad news. I'm sorry to hear about your loss about Dottie, Colonel Bull Montana, and Jerry Pearlswig. May you rest in peace,
Rest
Mr.
in
Pearl.
Rest in peace, Jerry.
There's
And,
nobody will stalk like him.
And no one could stalk like them. I think we should have a moment of silence for both of them right now.
Sorry, I had a something.
You're all hot, Vin, out there.
This is why no one respects you, Vinny.
Whoa,
There it
darling.
is.
Whoa, you
There it is.
Dawn,
chiming
calm
in.
down.
I had to clear my throat so I could give a moment of respect. Now I'm going to be quiet now.
I wish you were quiet for most of this program. But anything, when I wrap up the program with the final moments that are around the horn, anything that's going. Strangler Steve, what's going on?
Well, I just got note that you know how I'm involved with 2CW Squared Circle Wrestling out of Syracuse, New York. We just had some fine folks in from Japan for our pay-per-view that I produced a few weeks ago, and we are coming up with an agreement to do a talent exchange with the fine people from Wrestling New Classic, which is Yoshihiro Tajiri's promotion in Japan.
Nice.
So I'll probably be spending the month of August and a little bit of September in Japan.
In Japan?
That's right.
You know what you got to get me?
What's that? A Ribera Steakhouse
You got to get me a
jacket.
Ribera Steakhouse jacket.
You give me $500, I'll get you the jacket.
You give me the
'cause that's about
jacket,
how much
I'll give you the 500 clams.
Absolutely. So,
Unbelievable. Hollywood Joe.
500 clams? No, that's it. No, great show, guys. Love hanging out with you. Awesome Friday night. And Steve, I've been noticing a lot of people when I was in Cali too, coming up to me asking me about the show and on Twitter. And throw a shout out to the Twitter.
TC on my
TC
TV
on my
hashtag.
TV, man.
Hashtag
Yeah,
TC on my TV. It's firing up, and actually, that's a good point. I don't mean to cut you off, Joel, but earlier Sabrina was saying that we want to hear from our fans. The best way to do that is on Twitter or our Facebook. Our Twitter is @TC Restani. Just do the hashtag TC on my TV. Tell us the people you want to see on the show, and we'll get them on.
And if you want to send an email here, that's tcrestani@yahoo.com. All right, Vinny Capelli, what's going on in your pathetic world?
Pathetic?
Well-
Nothing, pal. Listen, I'm actually got to get out of here soon. I have to catch a flight.
Where you going?
Going back out to Los Angeles.
For what?
I am going. Hey, now, hey.
Maybe we'll get lucky and
I
get
am
snakes on a
actually-
plane.
Hey, now, come on. Snakes on a plane.
What, are you
Now,
booked
listen.
on a Malaysian airline?
No, no Malaysian Airlines. No, actually, I have an appointment with my agent. We're discussing possible future endeavors.
Like what?
You may be getting a phone call. We'll have to talk. You might
What?
be getting a phone call.
With the one that you haven't borrow a dime and say, can you bail me out again?
Listen, that was only 3 times.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Best 30 cents you've ever spent. Colonel, I know you're mourning about the loss of your love, Dottie, but what's going on in your world?
I'd like to say hello to Plattsburgh, West Virginia.
Again? I think you did
This
at the
is
beginning.
going out to the D'Amenzio's Bakery
I knew food would be involved in it somehow.
in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hello to my cousin Chris D'Amenzio. The best bread around.
Okay, you don't have to yell, Bull. I mean, they're not going to hear you down there by yelling, you know?
I think you just blew my earphones
I mean,
off.
And I do like the fact that you have like a southern twang when you talk about like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But go on, continue your little shout outs.
I'd just like to say hello to my family down in Plattsburgh, West Virginia, and Myrtle Beach.
How about you go visit them?
Unbelievable. You're not related to each other, right?
Yep.
They are? Okay. All right. Jeff.
Oh, I don't know. It looks like I have to dust off the old training towel and get Bull back in shape for another barbecue. So, it's us. Taking a little hiatus from stalking. Well, I'll never take a hiatus from stalking and everything. But
You didn't talk about the booze
Jeff.
you ripped off.
Jeff, 1 second, buddy.
Well, that. Yeah. Well,
Let him
all I
finish the
call
story
that
about
is
booze.
bad karma. Is what that was, and and I wasn't even really ripping it off because on the way back from Framingham, I stopped at one of those Circle K, one of those 7-Eleven, the truck stop places, and I went in and got a couple of Cokes, and as I was up, doing what I normally do in parking lots, I looked down.
It's
on the ground.
It's really smart to light up stuff near gasoline, Jeff.
But I look on the
We ended up
ground
like
and I
Fireboy.
noticed a six pack of beer and a nip of whiskey and everything. I was like, oh, psyched. Oh, wait a second. I gave up drinking. Damn rats. But all right, so I picked it up and
not the
gave
rat-
it to
not
my
your
buddy
rat,
Donnie and everything. And so
yeah.
we were pulling out of that. I thought I did him a favor. Well, I think is that are you drinking one of those right now?
Actually, yeah, I just got finished with one. Actually,
Yeah,
Gave me
well,
away, but-
it's not real. That was the worst thing I did for
Now,
my
don't-
comic. Because as we pulled out and everything, probably a 19, 20-year-old stoner kid chased down our car. Hey, my beer, come on! I was like, go!
No one can notice this, but you ever notice Jeff moves like Ray Charles when he's talking with the glasses on?
Yeah, and he wears his sunglasses so you can't see his eyes.
Well, maybe he's Corey Hart. I wear my sunglasses at night and
Oh,
when
I'm
I'm
just
on the radio.
I'm
Well,
just
what were you gonna say?
practicing
I appreciate
because
that,
Colonel,
Jeff.
what are you going to say?
Colonel, what do you have to say real quick? Come on. It's your third time around. Clarksville, South Carolina.
No, Jeff, I don't need a trainer no more because I lost 45 big pounds, Jeff.
All right.
That's
all
how much
right.
Donnie.
Yeah.
Look at
All
her
right.
when she
Cool, man.
died.
That's awesome.
Now, so yeah. Donnie, I heard rumors that you're trying to get back on the Howard Stern show.
Yes, me and Dave both are trying to get back on the Howard Stern. We actually working on it right as we speak, and we also just got wind that we're going to be doing some conventions. Actually, I didn't tell you, TC, when we were in Jersey the other night, I was approached by one of the guys that actually runs it, and he was wondering if I was interested, or actually me and Dave both are interested in getting a booth out there, maybe possibly in October. So we have a lot of things on the
so
horizon.
you can actually get a signature from the
Yeah,
signature boy.
you can get a signature from the signature boy. So that's something that me and Dave are both working on right now. And then I'm working on a book. I have a book in the works. It's going to be a coffee table book, maybe
Should be a
100
coloring
pages.
book.
Yeah, a coloring book. Actually, connect the dots. But no, we have a lot of things on the horizon, and the rest of this year is probably going to be very eventful, and I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. And
Unbelievable.
very happy,
Hey,
very
Google
happy.
full of bull. That
All right,
video,
here we
full
go. All
of
right,
bull.
now here we go. The one and the only Sabs. What's going on with you, real quick?
I have to follow that. I mean, books and conventions, and on the docket for me is a trip to New York, Chicago, and Orange County, California. We've been very busy promoting the show, so continue to hashtag us, add us, social media us, because we're taking it to the streets
I'm
and
taking it to the streets.
love connecting with the fans.
Unbelievable. All right, I'm going to wrap up the show right now. It's been an unbelievable effort. Thank you, Donnie, for being our guest on the show.
Thank you very
And
much.
you're still a Hall of Famer no matter what Vinny Capelli says.
Thank you, TC.
And this is After Hours, and just like the TV version, we what?
We never
Whoa, 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 whoa.